Welcome back to Joe and Di's allotment and kitchen garden channel. What we're going to do is we're going to harvest some grapes and then we're going to process them into grape juice. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a step-by-step guide for that. So the first thing we've got to do is harvest the grapes. So the grapes are ready for harvesting now. Not a bad size, they're bigger than the ones we've got down at home on the vine at home. They're quite sweet as well. I like eating them, but Di doesn't. I could quite easily eat them. They're a bit seedy though. A nice flavour though. But what we'll do is we'll pick some. We have made wine in the past, but we don't tend to make wine anymore. And we have tried vinegar before. But what we do now is we'll squeeze the juice out of them. But yeah, we've got loads here. So we'll cut them off gently. Quite a nice size this year. I think they've done really well. And we'll put them into the container and take the container full home today. So we picked a whole container. So yeah, that's quite a good crop this year. They're quite a decent size. So we harvested the grapes from the allotment today. Quite a nice size. Got about 12.5 kilograms here, and we're going to turn it into a grape juice, which is rich in vitamins, antioxidants and minerals. It's good for you. Not as good if you eat them whole though, because you get the fibre as well. But Di doesn't like eating them, but I do. So, and there's too many here to eat before they go off as well. So the best way to preserve them is to turn them into juice. So the first step would be to remove them from the stalks. Take a while because it's individually, and discard any bad ones. Discard any bad ones and any that haven't ripened yet. Give them a good wash, and rinse them off as well. Get rid of any insects that sort of be living in here. I've already seen a spider. So yeah, take them all off the stalks, and then after we've done that and washed them and rinsed them, we'll move on to step 2. So we've de-stalked them all. Started off with 12.5 kilograms. And we've got approximately 1.5 kilograms of stalks to go in the compost bin, and some dodgy old grapes as well. So we've got about 11 kilograms.
Ones you're gonna eat.
Sorry? Oh, and I kept some of that to eat as well, yeah. So we've got about 11 kilograms left of grapes, which I've started mashing, and you can see the juice is already sort of flooding out of them. So the next step would be to actually heat these. Bring them up to heat and simmer for 10 minutes, and then keep mashing it to release the rest of the juice. So that'd be step 2, and then we move on to step 3 after that, which would be sort of straining the liquid out. So we're just going to taste the juice to see what it tastes like, because you can add some sugar to bring the sweetness up. Recommended sort of is about 2 teaspoons per 1/4 kilogram. Of grapes, so that would be a lot of sugar in here, and I don't think it needs that much. So what we do is we'll cook it up first, and then we'll taste it and decide if we want to add any sugar at that stage. I think it tastes okay to me. Do you know a quick taste? See what you think.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, you could drink it like that.
You could drink it as it is at the moment, but if you want to bring the sweetness up a bit, you can add like maybe 2 teaspoons per kilogram, or 1 teaspoon per kilogram. So it depends on taste really. So next step would be to bring this up to heat and simmer it for 10 minutes while you're mashing it at the same time to sort of release as much of the juice as possible. So we do move on to step 2 next, which is heat and mash.
And then we could taste it again just to make sure.
Taste it again, then we decide to add sugar or not, yeah. So I'm just giving it a good mash. Breaking up quite easily now that it's heating up a bit. I can feel it's breaking up. I've done that one already. I've just started on this one, but it's breaking up. It's going frothy as well. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll gradually bring this to heat now and simmer it, and then what I'm going to do is strain it into some bowls, let it settle, and then put it into bottles after that. So the grapes have now been simmering for 10 minutes. And we've let them cool down a little bit. Next step is to pour them into a container using a strainer, so to remove the skin and the pips, the seeds, and then allow it to settle for a while, and then re-strain it to remove any other stuff that's got through. So that's the next step. I'm going to start with this one. So we've strained most of it, as you can see. That's the pulp, but there's a lot of juice in there again, so I think I'll strain it through again, I think, because it's still coming through. And these have been strained already. We let these settle a bit and re-strain them once more, I think, before we let it cool it down and bottle it. What I'm using is old sparkling water bottles, which I've sterilised. To sterilise them, just use sort of a 5% bleach to water, so it gives them a good clean, and then let them dry out thoroughly before you can use them again. But yeah, they're quite strong bottles, so they can be frozen as well. They're still coming through, it's still dripping through. So what I'll do is I think I'll pour these ones into here as well and just let it all drip through slowly. Just leave it. So just to recap then, we strained it through the colander first and sort of stopped a lot of the probably skins and seeds. It's been dripping for quite a while, so there's not a lot coming out of there. That can go into the compost bin actually now. Worms will love that. So yeah, what I'm doing, I'm straining it again a second time now through the sieve. You can see it's still catching stuff as well. Sort of, yeah, so it's still catching stuff now. So it's a slow process, but at least it gets the bulk of the skins and debris out. We've tasted it and it tastes good, so I'm not going to add any sugar. We both think it's okay to drink as it is, so we won't add any sugar, so that'll be just natural grape juice. So it's just a matter of pouring it through. That's going to take a while to do this, by the look of it. So that's the last little bit now. This is still draining through as well. We've been pouring the sort of pulp into there. And it's still draining through, yeah. So that will carry on draining for a while. So we've ended up with about 8 litres there. 8 litres of pure grape juice, nothing else in it really. We've not added anything else to it. No sugar, no honey, no sweetener. So I mean, you can, we've tasted it and it tastes okay to us. We quite like as it is. If you prefer it a little bit sweeter, as you're using it, you can add a little bit of sugar, dissolve a little bit of sugar in it, or a little bit of honey. So it's the taste really. Yeah, so we've ended up with about 8 litres here, which is not bad. 8 litres from about sort of 10 kilograms of grapes to start with. So these ones we'll freeze. We've left a little bit of room for expansion. We can put them in the freezer and they'll last quite a few months in the freezer. And these ones we'll use straight away, put them in the fridge, and they'll be okay for sort of 4 to 5, 7 days in the fridge. But we'll probably drink it quite quickly actually. It's quite tasty. Yeah, so that's an easy way of making your own grape juice. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. Good way of processing it if you've got sort of a lot of grapes. And they're not really, they are edible. I can eat them, but a lot of people don't like the tiny little small ones. A lot of people use it for wine making or vinegar making, but yeah, we used to do that, we don't anymore. So we prefer to make them into grape juice now. It's a way of using your crop. Yeah, so I hope you found that informative. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up if you have. Leave us a comment in the box. Suggestions, like reading those. And if you'd like to follow our journey, what our aim is to sort of show how we grow stuff, how we look after the crops, and how we actually use the produce as well, and some recipes along the way as well. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Use the subscribe button at the bottom if you'd like to follow our journey through the rest of the allotment year and into next year. Thank you for watching.